Hi everyone, happy 2020, happy new year. Now this is something I normally don't do because um, I consider myself a pretty shy person, but I really wanted to share this with many people because I know this is something a lot of people struggle with. So what I want to talk about today is something normally I wouldn't talk about. It's acne. Acne is obviously something that millions and millions of people experience daily, but there's obviously people that deal with it on a more severe and mild basis. Now, acne is something that I've had, I'd say, probably since my teenage years, but it was never really, really bad. It was, how most people who have experienced acne, it's just normal, puberty and everything. But when I turned 22 years old, this was when I remember my acne was pretty bad, but it was because of anxiety and stress. Now, I think many people already do know, and if you don't, you do now, that anxiety and stress will trigger your acne and make it bad. But especially to the point when you're always focusing on it and stressing about it and worrying about it and obsessing over it. So if you want to manifest clear skin, something that I will recommend to you is focusing on the solution and not on the problem. This is something that she's actually a coach. Her name is Leah. She's on Instagram. She's a skin care mindset expert. This is something that she taught me, and this is actually more recent, as I was going through some really bad anxiety again, and my acne was really bad, probably the worst in my whole life. And I'm now 27 years old. People think when you're an adult, oh, you don't have acne anymore, but adult acne is a real thing. There are people in their 30s and 40s that still get acne, but for different reasons. For me, my acne got really bad because of my stress, anxiety, obsession, and focus on it. So I had someone recently, she wanted me to help her. She asked me, Vanessa, how do I manifest clear skin? So I wanted to take what I learned from Leah, and she really helped me. Nothing worked overnight. It took months and months for me to realize that it was my mindset that was the problem, and the anxiety, of course. But anxiety is manageable. It's something that can be minimized and reduced. It will always be in my life, but it is something that I really know I can manage now. I've dealt with it in waves for the past, I want to say 4 or 5 years now, but now I'm a really good place in my life now. My mental health is a lot better. Since May of 2019, I was dealing with really bad anxiety and depression. Now I'm doing really well. I'm really, really happy. I'm on vacation here in Dominican and Punta Cana. I'm here 11 more days. So I really wanted to share this video. So here are some tips. If you find you are really obsessing and worrying and stressing over your skin, what you want to do is find something to take your focus away from your skin. I know that sounds easier said than done, but I'm telling you, it works. When you get into the habit of stressing and worrying about your skin all the time, that's all your mind is thinking about. And then your mind starts to become very, very negative. Always thinking that I'm always gonna have acne, I'm always gonna break out all the time. When you wake up, the first thing you do is you go check your face in the mirror, touch your face to see if you have any new pimples. This is something I did on a constant basis. And even if I wasn't doing that, I was still thinking about and worrying about my acne all the time. So I'm telling you, it was a very, very bad obsession. I saw it as an OCD thing because it was something I was obsessing about all the time. I have these compulsions. For example, I would go on the internet and I would search people with really bad acne to make myself feel better, to say, okay, maybe my acne isn't as bad as these people. It was still bad, but there's obviously people out there with really bad acne, but you know what? They are so beautiful because you know what? There are more things in life than acne. Okay, people are so intelligent and smart, and you have to look beyond somebody's beauty. But acne was something really hard for me to accept. And until I actually accepted my acne and started to focus on other things, that's when it got better. Now, I'm not saying this is going to work for every single person in the world who has acne, but for those people whose acne is triggered by anxiety and stress, I'm telling you, if you don't focus on your acne or think about it, that's when it gets better. And this was something very, very hard for me because I thought about my acne all the time. Like, I am not kidding you, 24 hours in the day, I would think about my acne. The rare time when I would get distracted and I wouldn't be thinking about it. But I am telling you, almost 24 hours a day, I obsessed over my acne. And now, I don't obsess about it anymore. And it's amazing because I really felt like my acne was taking over my life. Now, some people that I used to tell, they thought I was silly. They're like, how is it taking over your life? Like, it's just acne. People don't get it. Acne can really, really take away from your confidence. People have no clue. Something like that can really take over your confidence because looks and appearance are a huge thing nowadays. Huge, huge thing. But the good thing is that there's really a lot of acne positivity out there right now. It's so accepted. It really is. But at the same time, it still bothers people. I mean, yes, it's unappealing. And at the same time, if you get cystic acne along your jawline, it's painful. People don't realize it is painful. Even though it's not a serious health condition, it is still painful. And, even when the acne does clear, you still get scarring. I don't know if you can tell in this video, but I have a little bit, but it's really improved and it's actually even fading. And you know what? I did absolutely nothing. I didn't do any treatments, nothing. It just cleared on its own. And sure, there are treatments out there that you can go do to fade the acne scars and everything, but you know what? That costs a lot of money. Money that, well, let's be honest, I don't have. I'm still working part-time. I'm hoping to start working. I'm going to be working full-time this summer, and I also freelance right on the side. I'm a writer and an author. I have 2 books on Amazon right now, if you want to check those out. One is Anxiety Girl, and the other is Rudy the Beagle Book. And like I said, I'm also a freelance writer. I write for a skincare business. Of course I do. I know so much about it, clearly. And I write for Valnay, for a website called The Richest and The Sportster, and I'm going to be writing on another website very soon called Baby Gaga. But anyway, back to skincare. So, what you want to do, like I mentioned, what Leia taught me, you need to take your focus away from your skin. You need to start distracting yourself, which I know is hard, but you need to take your focus away from your skin. So for example, in the morning when you wake up, instead of going to check your face or touch your face to feel if you have any more pimples or zits, meditate. Meditation is great for anxiety and stress. It really is, because you're taking your focus away from whatever you're thinking about and you're focusing on your breath, taking deep breaths in and out. There's so many breathing techniques out there. They are amazing. And when I first did it, I was like, this is bullshit. It doesn't help. It does help. You just have to do it consistently. You need to do it at least once a day when you can. Even if you do it for 10 minutes, I'm telling you, it's amazing. It really is. So, okay, maybe you want to do meditation, or you can listen to a podcast. There are so many amazing podcasts by motivational speakers, really, really intelligent people out there that know so much about mental health and everything. So you want to listen to one of those. You can go on Spotify. There's so many podcasts on Spotify. Spotify is $10 a month. It's not expensive. You don't want to even go on Spotify and spend $10 a month. You can go on YouTube. There's millions and millions of videos talking about anxiety, talking about acne, people sharing their motivational stories. Something else you could also do is mindfulness. Mindfulness is something I'm still actually even learning about. So when I first read about it, I'm like, I still don't get this. But it's literally similar to meditation when, yes, you're going to have certain thoughts coming into your head, but, trying to push them away is not going to help. So what you want to do is tell yourself, okay, I'm having these thoughts, they're there, but I'm going to accept these thoughts and I'm not going to respond to them in a way that I'm going to be scared of them. So you're just going to say, okay, those thoughts are there, but I'm going to focus my attention on something else. So for example, you maybe want to focus your attention on listening to some music. Music very calming and relaxing. Or, maybe if there's hobbies, everybody has hobbies. There's something else. There's something that you love to do and you're happy to do. Maybe you want to go ride your bike if it's a nice day outside. Or maybe you want to read a book. There's amazing books out there. Reading is something also. A lot of things with mindfulness, they keep you in the present moment. That is what is key. You want to stay in the present moment so you're not focusing on the past or the future or things that you're worrying or stressing about. You're just focusing on what you're doing in the moment. This is going to take your attention away from other things that you're worrying about. Trust me, these things work. They really do. Leah has had millions, okay, maybe not millions, but she's had a lot of clients, and me being one of them. And the program was amazing. It really helps. If you want to check her out, search her on Instagram, Skin with Leah. She's a great mindset skincare expert. And she's pretty awesome too. She's really funny too. Anyways, so it took me a really long time to get out of this habit of obsessing about my skin. But eventually, I want to say it probably took about 6 months. For me anyways, and yes, I know that sounds like a long time, 6 months, but gradually, slowly, not all at once, every day, a step at a time, I did get out of my obsession. I started taking my focus away from my skin and I started doing writing. Yes, I told you I'm a writer. So I had gotten a new writing job about a month ago, about 2 months ago. And once I started putting my focus attention on that, I wasn't worrying about my skin. I wasn't stressing about my skin. I was worrying about, I need to meet deadlines for these articles. I have to get these articles done. That's something that was more important to focus on, not on my acne and stressing about it. Because let's get real. When has stressing and worrying about your acne ever made it better? It doesn't make it better. It really, really does not make it better. And I know it's hard. Trust me, I'm telling you, it is really hard, but if you put in the work and you be consistent with what you're doing, your skin will get better. I promise you, it will. And what I learned from Leia too, even if your skin doesn't get better, at least you're going to be more confident about yourself. And how are you going to be more confident about yourself? Because you're going to accept your acne for what it is. Yes, it's acne. It's not appealing. It sucks. But you know what? There are worse things in the world. And I don't want to put a stigma with acne because trust me, I know it really, really took away from my confidence. It really put me in this negative mindset where I was unhappy with myself. But what you have to do when you are having that bad acne is you have to love yourself. You have to be kind to yourself. And that can be hard at times when you're feeling really negative and you're not happy with yourself, but you need to be nicer to yourself. If you have a friend who is struggling, how would you talk to them? How you would talk to them, that's how you have to talk to yourself. You need to be kinder to yourself. All right, so I'm trying to think of anything else I can share here. So, like I mentioned as well, yes, you're focusing on the solution, not on the problem. There is definitely a time in your life when you had clear skin, maybe not perfect, because nobody has perfect clear skin, and even if they do, it doesn't appear real because they're probably photoshopped on Instagram. But anyways, when there was a time in your life when you did have clear skin, how did you talk to yourself? What were you saying to yourself? Were you feeling confident? That's what you need to start doing, even when you don't have clear skin, because that is how your skin is going to start to get more clear, because you're being confident even with the acne. And then that's what happens. That's when the acne gets better. I'm telling you. Birth control is not the answer. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go on birth control, because I actually am still on birth control. But birth control did not make my acne better. My mindset made my acne better. I am telling you this 100%. Products, yes, products will help, but to a certain point. If you are still stressing and worrying and having anxiety about your skin, you're still going to be breaking out. But I found some amazing products. Paula's Choice, she's amazing, and they really helped for my skin. I still use them. But at the end of the day, I know my skin got better because my anxiety got better and my mindset went better. The mind is so powerful. People do not realize how powerful our minds are. When we are positive, it brings so much good in our life. But when we are negative and stuck in this negativity, it is toxic. It does not bring a silver lining to us. That's why it's so important that we stay positive, even how we talk to ourselves. We put a lot of negative self-talk on ourselves, and it's intoxicating. It's not good for us. It's normal to be negative, but to be negative all the time is not good. Even the same thing with being positive. It's not normal to be happy 24/7. We know that. There's good and bad in life, but there is more good in life than bad, of course, depending on everybody's situation. But I've seen people out there who have been really sick with cancer, and they are still positive a lot of the time, because you have to enjoy life while it's good. Life is too short to be stressing and worrying about all the time. And trust me, I want to say maybe 3 months ago, I would not be saying any of this stuff at all, because I was so stuck in a negative mindset. And I really thought, I'm like, is there something wrong with me? And deep down, I knew there wasn't something wrong with me. It was just my mindset. But that's what anxiety and negativity can do to you. But I'm telling you, your acne can get better. If you follow everything I've said in this video, I want to say probably 80% sure that your acne will get better. But everyone gets acne for different reasons, but a lot of people, I'm sure, get acne because of stress and anxiety. Your hormones start to get imbalanced, and that's why you get cysts on your jawline. And then because you're thinking about it all the time, your mind says, and the world is saying, wow, this is important to me right now, so I'm going to give myself more of this. That's how powerful the mind is. In fact, my mind was so powerful that because I was starting to be more positive and I had a more healthier mindset and everything, my acid reflux got better. I get acid reflux every time my anxiety gets really bad, and acid reflux is no fun. It's horrible, but it does get better for me. It has gotten better every time my anxiety gets better. Obviously, there's a link there between my anxiety and acid reflux. People get acid reflux for different reasons too, but I'm sure many people get acid reflux because of stress and anxiety. So once my anxiety got better, that got better. So I'm gonna let everybody go now, and I want you to take everything in mind from this video, and I hope it's really helpful for you. You can always message me if you have any more questions, but I think this video was very, very detailed, and it's getting really hot out here right now, so I think it's time to head to the beach. So I hope everyone has a great 2020, and I hope to upload more videos. So take care, everybody. Bye.